Today is the deadline for legal arguments to be presented in a case to decide if the federal corruption charges against Mayor Adams should be dropped. When the Department of Justice sought to dismiss the case, it set off speculation it was in return for helping the Trump administration with its immigration crackdown, and that may be behind part of the reason Mayor Adams is doing poorly in recent polls. But as a number of people challenging him in the upcoming race continues to grow, Mayor Adams is still pushing ahead, appointing today 4 new deputy mayors. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Phil Taitt.
As candidates hope to hit their stride in the mayoral race, some are even finding their footing after recent announcements of them joining the long list of contenders. Now, some New Yorkers not thrilled about particular candidates in the race, from Mayor Adams with his legal fate that still weighs in the balance to former Governor Cuomo's alleged history of sexual harassment allegations. Now, video on your screen from just a short time ago as many gathered, raising their voices outside of where a fundraiser was held for Cuomo. Now, more than a dozen women reminding New Yorkers of Cuomo's previous allegations during his time as governor. Now, this as he's just trying to take a step forward in what could be a political comeback. Now, similar calls echo today's rally from earlier in the week when other candidates also highlighted these same issues. Let's take a listen to what demonstrators said just a short time ago.
Second chances are for people who take responsibility for their actions. But you know what Cuomo's been doing? He's been using our taxpayer dollars to continue to harass and torment and retaliate against the women that he sexually harassed when he was in office. He doesn't deserve a second chance if he's not going to take responsibility for his actions.
Meantime, Mayor Adams' corruption case takes center stage yet again as Judge Ho's deadline for independent lawyer Paul Clement's written arguments is due. Now, the judge is still deciding on whether to drop the charges at the request of the Justice Department. Now, Ho said that this appointment was necessary to reach a decision after acting Deputy U.S. Attorney General Bovee had defended the request, saying they came too close to Adams' re-election campaign and would distract the mayor from assisting the Trump administration's law and order priorities. Now, lawyers for Adams had also asked the judge for the dismissal of the charges with prejudice, meaning they could not be refiled. Now, Mayor Adams has been on the defense as his opponents make much noise of his legal issues.
In spite of all that I've gone through personally, I've been able to move forward the agenda of this city. And so the only game you are guaranteed to lose is the game you forfeit by getting out of the game.
And while Mayor Adams maintains his innocence, he believes he can still lead. Now, important to note, the judge also wanted to know by the independent lawyer the legal standard for dismissing charges and under what circumstances additional procedural steps need to be taken. I'm live in the newsroom. I'm Phil Taitt, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.